Good Sunday morning. It's time for uncensored wrestling talk here in the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I am Sarge, and joining me this morning, we have got the one and only, the producer of so many shows here on the radio and Traveling News Productions, producer/owner, I should say, the one and only C.T. Harrison. Good morning, my friend.
It is owned by the people.
Owned by the people, he says.
In your face, Sarge.
Yep. And also, of course, to his right, straight across from me, he is the super fan. He is the nematode Nelly.
That's right.
Nelly.
Williams. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
Nice morning this morning. A little bit cool on the cool side, but you know what? I will take this every day of the week during the winter.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Because before much longer, these days are going to be far and few between. Whew. Let's see. Let's push that back on like that. Let's turn that off for the moment. There we go. Now we're back up and ready to rock and roll here. So, a lot of stuff going on this week, gentlemen. First and foremost, thank you to our sponsor for this show, World League Wrestling. Hey, scratch that. NWA World League Wrestling.
Very good.
Much better. Well done.
Next week, December the 14th, a week from yesterday, 6 days away, it's WLW Christmas Bash 2024, the last event of the year for World League Wrestling. And I tell you what, get your tickets, HarleyRace.com. I know for a fact that the front row is gone completely, and a lot of the regular tickets are gone. So, as I always say, get your tickets now, because if you wait until that day of, there's a good chance you're getting turned away at the door.
Yes. Exactly. I got my tickets already. Got my family tickets already.
Nice.
So.
I mean, CT, we've seen it so many times this year. People coming in trying to get tickets and getting turned away at the door.
We've had more sellouts this year than any year prior.
That's right.
That I know of in the last 10 years.
Yep, for sure. And so far, we've got three matches that have been announced for Christmas Bash. And, before I go over those, remember, bring in canned goods, because 5 canned goods will get you a raffle ticket. Raffle ticket could win you a smart TV on December the 14th. Now, with that being said, Blade Lennox, the Sergeant-at-Arms, has a one-on-one match with a member of Dysfunction. He is Big Jack Parker Jr., and that was just announced just the other day on World League Wrestling's Facebook page.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough match, but hopefully Blade will bring him back up, because where there's one dysfunction, there's 3 more.
Yeah, or more.
Or more.
Or
Who knows
more.
how many?
Who knows how many there are. Now, I haven't seen whether the championship is on the line, because it did not say. However, Skylar Sparks, the new ladies division champion, and she has defended that belt a couple of times now, actually, at other places. She's going to be taking on Cameron Brennan, and the last time they met, I thought, well, maybe this grudge between them is over with. Well, I don't think so, because we got another match between them coming up, and I know Cameron Brennan is the one that started this catalyst with Skylar Sparks.
I mean, it's crazy that it's kind of already come full circle with it. First Cameron brings in the crutch, hits Skylar. Skylar all of a sudden has attitude, hits you of all people, and now she's champion.
That was the one person that I thought was the correct one.
Who, Skylar?
No,
me.
Him.
Me. That was she hit me.
That's the only one I actually understood.
This guy.
I'm going heel today, by the way.
Okay.
It sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I have to announce these real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
These video produced shows are made possible because of some great sponsors who make the video portion of these, and that is Black Flag Outfitters in Winfield, 203 Main Street. Go by and see them anytime. Give them a call, 636-358 0992. Blue Line Lawn Care and Landscaping. Ask for a free quote anytime, 636-262-9486. Not just your lawn, but retaining walls, rockways, anything you need. They've got it. The original Crow Feather Healing Crystal Jewelry. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook. Wow, I'm echoing there.
Testing things.
Let's see. Trying to find the rest of my stuff here. Safe Harbor Insurance in Winfield. Right here next door, as a matter of fact,
That's
to us. 636-578-7426. Give them a call. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And then also on Christmas Bash announced a couple of weeks ago, Monstrous Mike Maverick. He's on a little bit of a, if he wins one more, we can call it a streak. But he's on a 2-match, winning spree right now.
That's a big boy.
He is 6'8", 250, 275 pounds. I mean,
Which one is it?
it fluctuates. You know what? Every time
Doesn't
that I
matter.
talk
There's a
to
big
him,
difference between
it's
250 and 278.
It's different every time I talk to him. So I don't argue with him. I just go with the last thing.
I wouldn't argue with him
or I
either.
just say 250 to 275, and I'm right. So, but
I'd say closer to that 275 than 250.
I would
think
say
so.
so too.
I'm 250, 60.
I hear you, but I don't argue with the boy. I'm not arguing with him.
Oh, you should. I want to see that.
Absolutely not.
Book it.
I've already
Book it.
No, not gonna happen.
Book that one. Yeah.
It is not going to happen. And I know that he's been talking about wanting to come back on this show, so we're going to get him back on
Oh, was he
very,
on?
very soon. Yeah, he was on during our interview sessions that we were doing over the summer.
Watching his growth over the last year in his training.
Wow.
To be able to get in the ring was a really neat thing to watch.
Absolutely.
That's one of the nice things that's one of the perks down there for like you and I is the ability to watch these kids before they ever get in the ring.
Absolutely.
Watch them train and learn down at the Harley Race Wrestling Academy and Attack the Mat Academy is it's fulfilling.
It really
And
is.
we've seen so many of them.
Which, if you want to become a professional wrestler, I'm biased, I know, but if you want to go to the best school in the country, you go to the Race Wrestling Academy in Troy, Missouri. Go to HarleyRace.com.
Yes.
You can get all the information there, and there's no better way to get your foot in the door than going through the Attack the Mat Academy and the Race Wrestling Academy.
You like
as
how I
well.
led you into that
Yes,
nice promo?
absolutely. Very, very, very well done.
Yeah, I've
Very
done this
well
before.
done.
It's not my first rodeo.
But Monstrous Mike, he is going to be taking on the Deliverer Moses, who lost the WLW Junior Heavyweight Championship at the last event at WLW 25 to Raheem De La Suede, and he is looking to get back on the winning side of the track as well. So this match, it's got a lot of implications, I think.
Well,
and if Monstrous Mike Maverick beats the Deliverer Moses, that skyrockets him up that ladder. I've got to think, at least for that junior heavyweight championship.
He's too big for a junior.
Yeah.
No.
Are we really keeping the junior heavyweight championship at a particular weight? Because when I think of
The front office has been keeping it pretty close to that 205 range.
because see, when I think of junior heavyweight championships or junior heavyweight wrestlers, it's those that are just beginning in the business. You know what I mean?
Yes, you think of it that way, yes, but the front office keeps it pretty much.
Lightweight.
Either way, that ladder of WLW, that's got to shoot him up. big
Absolutely.
time
Oh, yeah.
if he gets that win over the Deliverer.
The big thing is it's a great test for him to
Yeah.
see how much he's learned.
You think he can beat Moses?
I'm not going to say no.
I think he can overpower Moses if he needs to, or if he can, which I think if Moses takes his legs out from under him and can get him down to the mat, then it's all Moses' game.
Right.
But when it comes to power, I think Mike's got him.
Well, not to.
And Moses is a powerful kid.
Oh yeah,
I
for
say
sure.
kid, I shouldn't say that.
I mean, how long?
He's a powerful man.
He's been doing it a while too.
Well,
Yeah.
I
He's
would
got-
think. I would think the very first strategy that Moses, the deliverer Moses, has to come in with is to take out one of his wheels.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, by any means necessary, pretty much. Now we've seen Moses pretty much by the book, not really breaking the rules very often, only when really truly needed. And when it's been needed, it's really been against folks that have been doing him wrong, like Raheem De La Suede in that one match that they had about 4 months ago. But he's got to take that leg, one of those legs out from underneath Mr. Mike Maverick.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, Mike doesn't really have a quote-unquote finishing move, but then again, any move that he does can be a true finishing move for him.
No, I agree with you 100% on that one.
But again, he's going up against the former WLW Junior Heavyweight Champion, a former heavyweight champion, a former tag team champion, a one of only two people that is the Triple Crown winner.
Was he was he the youngest Triple Crown?
I think you might be right on that.
I think he's the youngest Triple Crown.
I think so because it's him and John Webb. And John Webb had been in the business for a minute, for a little while. But when he became the Triple Crown winner, the only Triple Crown winner at the time, but
he held the Italian belt too at one time.
Yes, he did. Both the Italian Heavyweight Association Heavyweight Championship and the World League Wrestling Heavyweight Championship at the same time, and defended it overseas in Europe several times. Both championships.
Was he also one of the crew that went to Japan?
I believe you're correct. I believe you are correct on that. Man, that was a long time ago.
It's been a while, yeah?
It's been a while. I would love to see in next year's, and I don't know, next year, every year, at around about this time in New Japan, they have the World Tag League going on.
Yeah.
I would love, I don't know.
Technical difficulties?
Those two would be a good addition to that tag tournament. But you know who else would be, I think, in my mind? Because you can go so many different ways with it. Dysfunction.
No. Because
you could have Espinoza and Roberts, but then you could also have a combination of all those four men. But the team that I would send over there out of Dysfunction would be Jack Parker Jr. and the Iron Bear Tom Coffey together.
Which we haven't seen for quite a while.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder, where's he been?
Well,
he's right around the corner. Is he,
Something else to keep in consideration, too, is you never know, and it has not been announced. Nothing's been announced for this show, but you also don't have any clue of what NWA talent may pop up.
That's true.
And that could be a surprise.
Yeah. Well, which is why
I say too, if it's not on the bill, don't think it's not going to happen. So don't think just because there's not an NWA talent, put on a poster. Go get your ticket anyways, because you just don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, WLW 25 to open that show, Joe Galli came out and said that World League Wrestling is now a territory of the NWA, which, yes, means at any given time, we can see any of those NWA stars coming in and having matches with any of the WLW folks. Yeah. But also, that means, and since we became a territory, there's been another one down in Texas.
Yes.
That became a territory.
There's two of them, I think.
Yeah, there's two of them. I know there's one out of San Antonio. I can't remember off the top of my head right this second.
I can't remember either, but then there's also NWA Texas.
Yeah. So you could see any of these other folks that wrestle for any of these other territories, coming in. And vice versa. Our guys could be going to those other places and capturing
we have seen Trevor Murdoch a lot lately, so you never know when Trevor's going to be there too.
Exactly.
Keep in mind the number one contender, Attila Khan.
Oh,
that's right.
He's
the number one contender.
Correct.
That is
Just want to
true.
throw that out there.
You never know.
Formerly known, some of you old school WLW fans will know him as drill instructor.
That's right. When it was World Legion Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has quite a history with the company.
Absolutely.
And to see him return was something special, I thought.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see that happen.
I know.
I never thought I'd see that.
Well, we are up against our first break of the hour. But before we take it, a little bit of a programming note for everybody. Today, the show is only going to go to 11:30 because at 11:30 will be pregame and then tip-off at noon for the Mizzou College basketball team as they take on the number 1 team in the country, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, KU, Kansas University. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take our first break, and when we get back, we'll just jump right back into it right after this. Well, we've had enough of that one already.
Tim, you are fired.
I had to get a little woo in there.
That is the music of the one and only 16-time world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair.
Gonna get a cease and desist from WWE now.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tim. You just got us in trouble.
Thanks a lot for that one. Goodness. Speaking of 16 times, there's another person that is 16 times. I've heard your spill on it there, Superfan, but CT, I want to get your thoughts on this. Starting in just a couple of weeks, it will be the retirement tour, the beginning of the retirement tour for John Cena. And we're going to see him throughout the entire year. The last of many different things going on. Do you think that he captures either the World Championship or the WWE Championship to break, quote-unquote, that record? Even though it's not really the record. But I digress.
Is the question, will he or should he?
First, will he?
Yes.
Okay.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think he will.
Okay, with that being said,
and I think he will.
Which one?
I think probably the WWE.
So you think he beats maybe Cody Rhodes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the reason I think he will do it is because I think he should do it. And the reason that he should do it is because he has earned it.
Okay.
That guy was a juggernaut for that company for absolute years. He put just as much into that company as The Undertaker ever did. He did everything he was asked. He played by the rules. He was a company guy. He never faltered. He never went anywhere else. He was homegrown talent there, and starting in OVW, back when that was the training ground, to now. And I think, and one of the reasons too is because, in my opinion, John Cena did more for the industry than Hulk Hogan ever did.
It's an interesting statement.
Yeah, because
he did put the company on his back.
Without a doubt. Now, was the company born off of Hogan in the 80s from WrestleMania 1 to 3? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But John Cena carried that company on his back for a long time. And if anybody deserves it, it's John Cena.
Okay, we're going to go back to this here in just a second, but I wanna say something here about what's been put on the Facebook feed. And if you're watching on the Facebook feed, of course, join us in the conversations with your comments and your questions. We'll definitely get to them. Keep them clean, please. But Monstrous Mike Maverick has chimed in on the Facebook feed, and he says, and I quote, "Moses is washed," all capital letters. "He can't," all capital letters, "do anything to me." Whew.
Like the Moxie.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, I mean, we can't. I'm not going to disagree with that. Not one bit.
I think he can, but will he? That's the big question. Because if he can't get Mike down to that mat and take his legs out from underneath him, it's not going to happen.
I would agree.
Because he is not going to overpower Mike.
No, not even close. Not even close. Now, back to this John Cena thing, because you had made a comment before you answered, should he or will he? You've answered the will he. What about the should he?
I just answered that.
Oh, I thought you said that was the will he.
And I said, will he? And I told you why he should.
Okay, because I thought maybe you were...
Because he carried the company on his back and all that. No, that was the whole thing.
Okay,
he should.
Okay.
He should. One, because there is no doubt what Ric Flair brought to this industry.
Mm-hmm.
And Ric Flair will tell you, and we've heard him say it, he said it, he even said it at Harley's funeral, that there would be no Ric Flair without Harley.
True.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no John Cena without guys like Ric Flair.
True.
Or Harley.
True.
And John Cena is the one. He's the one. If not him, you could go Randy.
And see, that was kind of what we were kind of going at is
Randy's
Randy
at
going
what
to be able
now?
to get there and
is he at 14 or what's Randy at?
He's at 14 right now, but I'm really beginning to wonder.
But how much does he have left?
Exactly.
Right.
How much does he have left in the gas? Because really, he's really starting in the later years of his career. He's really become injury prone.
Yeah, well,
and that really puts a damper on how much you can do in the ring.
John could be too.
His last few matches, John looked pretty stiff.
True, he did look.
You could tell that he doesn't have that.
But from a company standpoint, as far as the WWE is concerned, from a company standpoint, it would be good business.
But I'm pretty positive in saying though, leading up to this beginning of the quote unquote retirement tour, he's gotten himself into ring shape. Going down to the Performance Center, I would imagine, working with a bunch of those folks down there and what have you. So, I don't think it's going to be that. It's not
like he had to learn any more moves or anything
back.
like that.
Do what?
It's not like he had to learn any more moves.
He only uses the 5 moves of doom.
5 fingers of death by John Cena.
But that's what made it so good was the fact of you either booed him or you yayed him,
Yeah.
and the crowd was always split, and he ate that up.
Yeah,
He fed on that, and that's what made John Cena John Cena.
So when he came into the WWE, shortly after he came into the WWE, he was the doctor of thugonomics and all that kind of thing. He was a bad guy. He was a heel, as we like to say. And then he changed to being a good guy. Do we see during this retirement tour, in your mind, and would it be good for quote-unquote business for him to turn heel?
No.
You don't think so?
It's too late.
Too late in the game?
It's too late for that.
Okay.
I think you just go ahead and keep him John Cena.
Then also, I'm going to say hello to this person too. You may not like him, super fan, the Nematode Nelly. But all day, Aiden Riley.
Oh, Chicken Little. Hey. How's it going?
Page. One of these days, man, I'm telling you, I feel it. One of these days, we're going to be doing the show, and all of a sudden, he's going to pop in here, and he's going to have that crazy lead pipe with him. And I almost can guarantee you that you will not be calling him Chicken Little at that point. Maybe after, maybe before, but not anything.
Right.
But I still think you should, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hears me every time on the events there.
He will get conked right upside the head. And CT's like, and?
It's good for show.
Aiden, I think you should. Buddy. I'm with you, Aiden.
Goodness gracious. Wyatt 6. For me, and this is just me, we haven't seen enough of Wyatt 6 since they made their quote-unquote debut. But this quote-unquote program that's about to really get kicked off between them and the Final Testament, I think is going to be really good. And Miz, wow. I like the fact that he's with the Final Testament working alongside them. What do you think?
Don't get used to it.
Well, yeah,
this
because
is
it's going to be
Miz
quick.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
The issue I kind of have is the fact that we got the Wyatt 6, but they only feel like they only could do feuds with groups. You know, it's only like a group-on-group feud, and there's not enough groups in the WWE to really sustain that.
But I wouldn't get used to that either.
Well, what was the last person they went after before Miz and all this stuff?
It was Chad Gable.
It was Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm. And he brought in American Made.
Yeah. I mean, at first it was with Otis and Tozawa, but then they got changed up with that.
Right.
But then they only had the couple of matches, and that was it. And then, like CT just said, even with the Miz, don't get used to it. Don't get used to
I don't think
long sustaining programs with folks.
I don't think the writing team knows what to do with the Wyatt 6 yet. I think they're still feeling around, trying to find the right.
Which brings the question and makes me wonder, when Bray Wyatt was going so strong, he basically was doing things on his own, but also had like one or two writers that were working specifically with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that's the same case right now.
I don't know.
It makes me think no. It makes me think it's just a collaboration of all the writers putting stuff together, throwing it against the wall, and seeing if it sticks or not.
Well, again, I just don't think they know what to do with them yet.
Right. Are they going to always be this supernatural or just a tribute to Bray?
Well, I can see them getting pretty devious, though, somewhere along the lines.
That's fine. I don't want to see them stuck as just a tribute.
Yeah.
So, I think there's stuff that they can do with it, and then there's stuff that they can't. And only just not bringing anybody new, but they're already getting stale a little bit.
Go ahead.
Oh,
keep going.
So, the other thing that I thought was really interesting, they're always talking about is the new draft portal opening up in WWE. So
Draft portal.
So on SmackDown, you saw Gunther talking to Nick Aldis, and they're talking about a draft portal where you can start shifting up players, basically. So does that mean they're thinking about actually bringing Gunther over and then putting Cody over on Raw?
I don't know if I like that or not, to be quite honest. I think Gunther has been doing extremely well on Monday Night Raw with the different folks that he's been going up against, those stories. And
But who's left for him?
I mean, you got all kinds of different folks that you could still work things with. Jey Uso for one, or Braun Breaker for another. I mean, granted, he's got the Intercontinental Championship right now, but we've seen in the past a holder of the IC belt going after the World Championship as well.
I don't think they exactly know what to do with Jey Uso either.
Right. Because how long are you going to keep this bloodline thing going?
That can go forever.
It could go forever, but he's still more stuck in the bloodline, and that's what people are going to be
for right now. For right now.
Yeah.
That's the current story.
Yeah.
For sure.
Then also something that we saw on Monday Night Raw. This was interesting. The New Day celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and it looks as if, they're going to split Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and then here comes out Big E, and without punches being thrown, but Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they turn on Big E.
Well, I mean, it's kind of understandable. All of a sudden, at the last moment, he's going to come out and try to be savior. I mean, obviously, he's not going to be able to wrestle again. He's and go.
We don't know that. That's not in stone.
That is not in stone.
But all of a sudden, just okay, now I'm going to be your manager. Why wasn't he being the manager during the time anyway? He's been doing a lot of pre-shows and all that.
In his defense, he's getting himself ready. I mean, he had a legitimate broken neck that he's had to get through, and to a point where, I guess you could say it wasn't bad enough to have surgery on, but you still got to let the thing heal and fuse and all this kind of stuff, and maybe, and he said it himself in the ring, he's not medically cleared yet. So, but seeing those two having the arguments and the disdain coming out of Xavier Woods and all this kind of stuff over the last month or so, month and a half, really ever since, Final Testament got into his head, he didn't want to see those two split up.
But the thing about it is, to me, New Day was better whenever they were kind of on the heelish side. That's really what established them. Then they went to pancakes and bootios and everything else, and I think that's where I really kind of lost it with them. So if they're going to come back and
you weren't one of the ones buying the merch either.
No, I wasn't.
This is true.
So a face New Day worked better for WWE because look at the merch.
Referee HD Daniels on the Facebook feed says, what's the point of the draft whatsoever if we have this silly draft transfer? If you keep making up excuses for inner show appearances, just eliminate the roster split.
I don't like the roster split anyways. I never was a fan of the two brands. I like just two shows with the whole roster where anything can happen.
But he's got a point, though. If you're going to have a draft and you're going to have a split, keep them separate and quit having them going back and forth.
But then again, it goes back to what we talked about last week. If you're going to do that, then that sets up a Survivor Series where you can do the traditional 4-on-4 matches.
But you don't need a Survivor Series match between brands. You've got plenty of teams that can have Survivor Series matches, people that can be put together.
And we haven't seen that in a couple years now, at least. Well, like 3 or 4 years now. And I kind of miss that.
I think the greatest thing that ever happened was when NXT came in and destroyed everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember that a few years ago?
Oh, yeah.
The black and gold?
Yeah. For sure. That was crazy stuff right there. Hey, we are up against our second break right now in the first hour here. But you know what? When we come back, let's dive into a little bit of NXT, shall we? Right after this, here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Oh, it's been a great family business. My dad started the company, and we have been in business a long time. And really what keeps us in business, I think, is just working with our good customers and clients and the relationships that we're able to build. It's really important to us, our agents, to build that relationship, but provide the service to the this your local community.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
You can reach us at and look at all our properties at MeyerListings.com. You can also call us at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
Hi, everybody. This is News Radio KYRO Vice President and General Manager John Shepper, and I have a question for you. Have you ever considered hosting a foreign exchange student? If you haven't, perhaps the time is now. You can host a high school student from another country who lives with your family for 5 to 10 months, a new international branch for your family tree, and an opportunity to share your part of America with an international teenager. AYUSA has been connecting families around the world for over 30 years. A track record of trust with compassionate, engaged student leaders and personalized host family support. There's no typical family. No matter where you live or how your family is structured, there's a student waiting for a family like yours for a unique opportunity. Find out more by contacting the AYUSA local representative Tricia Schneidermeyer at 636-295-7224. Explore the wonderful opportunities that AYUSA has to offer, connecting families around the world for over 30 years.
The Olean Livestock Market is now the Olean Regional Stockyards and under new ownership. The Olean Regional Stockyards will be holding sales every Monday at 12 noon. For consignment and trucking needs, call Hayden Hurst at 573-690-2705 or Dusty Roberts at 417-298-9755. The Olean Regional Stockyards, same location, 56 Highway FF in Eldon. Our new ownership allows us to make improvements to our facility while maintaining familiarity to our customers. We can't wait to serve you. The Olean Regional Stockyards, the best destination for cattle buyers and sellers.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 44 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-50s. Overcast clouds likely. Temperatures in the lower 40s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 56. In Wentzville it's 56 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground. Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
As the super fan Nematode Nelly just said, getting into the Wayback Machine a little bit on that one. Of course, Bad Street, USA, Michael P.S. Hayes, the fabulous Freebirds. And of course, you know, Michael Hayes.
Bam, bam.
And the Freebirds, the ones that really brought in music into wrestling.
Are all the microphones on?
Yes, they are. Yep. For sure. Absolutely. 100%. So here's a bit of theme music trivia. I'm going to see if you guys may know this answer. So back in the day, of course, we know Hulk Hogan with the Real American Music song. Who was the actual first person or team to come out before Hogan started using
the Freebirds.
No, it was not.
It wasn't.
It was not.
Who was it?
It was Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, Team USA, with Captain Lou Albano as their manager back in the early 80s. Hulk Hogan heard that music and said, no.
I'm going to steal it.
I want that. I want it. It is mine.
That same song?
That same
song.
You
meant the same song.
Yeah, the same song.
Oh, I thought you meant
Real
the
American.
first. I thought you meant the first team to come out to music.
No. That was the Freebirds, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I was correct.
And actually, it was Freebird by Leonard Skinner that they came out to at first. But you know, back in early, when music was starting to be used, the song that really stood out to me as, here we go, getting you on the edge of the seat type thing, was when the Road Warriors was using Iron Man.
Yeah.
That was some awesome stuff. They don't make them like they used to. I don't think, anyway. But that's just me. CT, I know you're a huge lover of NXT. You like pretty much everything that comes out of NXT. What's the biggest thing that you're seeing right now in NXT that you really dig? And it could be storyline, it could be just the wrestler or wrestlers themselves or what have you. Broad brush.
Man, that's a tough one to answer.
Got him on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know of anything in particular that stands out. Nothing in particular really stands out.
Okay,
as a number one or
I'll give you something and I'll get your thoughts on it then. Yeah. Because there is one particular wrestler that I have just really enjoyed everything that he has done and played a big part in the pay-per-view last night, and that's Oba Femi. Mm-hmm. Oba Femi has just come in like a beast since he started.
The thing that got me was Eddie Thorpe got hurt or Oba Femi took him out.
Hey,
I think it was King that took him out.
Could have been. It could have been. It could have been. You know, he's the longest running North American champion in NXT history so far. Before that was Wesley. But, you know, as soon as he lost that championship, I was like, throw him into the NXT championship picture right now. Of course, he had to have another rematch with Tony D'Angelo and all that good stuff. But last night, you're talking about the Eddie Thorpe thing and all that. So last night, you kind of let the cat out of the bag there.
Well, you're the one that brought up Oba Femi.
Yeah, but I didn't say go there. CT smacked him once. Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. And before we get into that, I really dig that type of match. It's new. It's innovative. I mean, this is only, the second time that's been used on a pay-per-view? Something like 2 or 3 times now?
Third, I think it's a third.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
the concept's really good.
But the concept is very cool. 4 or 5 competitors going at it. Almost kind of like where it's the beginning of like War Games, where you've got 2 people, and then after so much time, another person joins the fray. And if you get pinned, you get put into the penalty box for 90 seconds. And that could be a game changer because of everything else that's going on at the time. You can't stop somebody from making a pin or whatever. But last night, we saw going into the last couple of minutes, and I know this is going to be a spoiler for CT, but I say go back and watch it anyway because this is good stuff last night. Going into the last couple of minutes, they were all tied with 1 pin apiece. Mm-hmm. And then Ethan Page got that second pin.
Right.
And then Javon Evans got a second pin. I was like, oh, what is going to happen here? And it got down to like the last 20, 30 seconds or so. And I was wondering, well, what's going to happen if the match ends and they're both tied 2-2? Do we go into a singles match, 1-on-1?
You know, they never really said what they would do if there's a tie.
And they never have. But with like 20 seconds to go, Wes Lee and Nathan Frazier, they're trying to do a number on Oba Femi. And Oba Femi, like a monster, just comes out of nowhere, basically clotheslines and double choke slams the both of them, covers both of them, and gets 2 pins for 1.
Right.
And wins the match with like 3 or 4 seconds left to go.
I don't like that angle at all.
Why?
Why would you get counted for 2 pins?
Because he covered both men.
Right.
I don't.
He did.
I don't care.
Both men.
I get that, but no. That should just only count for 1. I get that, but no.
Both men's backs were, and they were looking at the stars, so, you know, hey,
I understand.
It's 3-3.
I understand, but no. That's just, no. No, that was just, I don't agree with that. That was just,
He don't like it.
No, he doesn't.
He don't like
I mean, I understand the two pins.
Found something in
I
NXT
understand.
that he don't like.
I understand getting the 2 pins. I get that, and I get them counting. I get that. But writing it that way, I don't like that in the story. That just doesn't sit well.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something else. Secondary.
I don't care about spoilers. Spoilers don't.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
get through the card because we got 5 matches on that card.
Right.
Nathan Frazier, I love his character, and I love the fact that he don't quit.
No.
He don't quit at all because he pulled double duty last night where, of course, he is the NXT Tag Team Champion along with Axiom, taking on No Quarter Catch Crew, Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. I hadn't really seen a whole lot out of Barn and Heights up until last night. They need to use those two guys a lot more.
Well, Bourne, is it Bourne or Barn?
Bourne. Mm-hmm.
Bourne. How he looks like a young Randy Orton to me.
I don't see it, but
you
okay.
don't see it. I think he's moving a little bit more like he got some training while Randy did the NXT stint.
Okay, he could very well have, but
overall, I love the match.
They've been around for a little while in this No Quarter Catch Crew with Dempsey and Sinclair. And they haven't really been used all that much, to be quite honest. And
no, everything's been circled around first Dempsey and now Sinclair. So yeah,
and I think they've missed the ball on that one a little bit with not using them.
I don't know. There's only so much TV time.
It's
true. Hard.
This is true. Only 2 hours for NXT every week, but wow, they need to use them more often going forward. Though I believe they came within a whisker.
Oh yeah,
several different times of capturing that tag team championship. And when Axiom drop kicked Nathan Frazier and he pretty much just went right out of the ring, everyone thought it was over.
I thought the titles were going to change hand immediately after that.
And when Bourne and Heights hit that finishing double move on Axiom, I threw down the pencil. I was like, they just won the championship.
Yeah.
Here are a couple of guys that never get used, and they're winning the tag team championships. But Axiom kicked out. He kicked out of that stuff. And then,
which is a terrible, terrible issue in today's wrestling.
Speak on that. What do you mean?
Finishers don't mean nothing anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you. It really has gotten to the point where you have to hit it 3 or 4 times now.
You used to watch a match waiting for the finisher. And when you saw the finisher, then you knew that was the end because that was what was special, was the finisher. It was saved. And it was only kicked out of for something special.
Yeah, very true.
That's why nobody kicked out of Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
Oh, we're gonna get started on.
Don't. That's not a finisher. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh,
protect your finisher, and they don't do that.
No, they really don't. They really don't. And that's really not just in WWE. That's across the board.
It's across the board.
It's across the board. What do you think of these underground matches that they do from time to time, CT?
I think they can be done. I think they're interesting if they're done right.
I think last night in this particular match between Lola Vice and Jada Parker, I think it was done right.
Yeah, that one was much more entertaining.
I think you'll like this one when you see it. Jada Parker, she had Lola Vice on the ropes. No pun intended, because there was no ropes. But Vice is one beast.
Yeah. But, I mean, Jada Parker, I just want to see Jada get back into the top scene. I would have probably enjoyed her more in the Iron Survivor.
But they had to get through this.
Yeah.
They had to get this done and over with. And now both of these ladies can move on to other things. But they're not going to get into that women's title picture right now because of other things happening.
Right.
And we'll get into those here in just a little bit. But, Lola Vice picking up that win, it was character building. In the fact that what was it, her left hand? I think it was her left hand that got injured after trying to swipe at Parker and hitting into the ring post. And then from there on, Parker did the right thing. She focused on that arm for almost the rest of the match. And really, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she got the advantage, and she took the advantage, and she kept on it and kept on it. And I expected, Lola, I could have swore broke her hand.
Yeah. It sure as heck looked like it. It sure as heck looked like it.
Again, Lola came out with the victory on it, but I love Jada Parker's
What did you think when Parker grabbed that brick?
Oh, I was waiting, but then you saw it kind of fumble around,
and it
like,
never got used by either one of them. Never got used. Hey, we are about a minute 30 before the top of the hour for a short break, so we'll stop on that right there on NXT's deadline from last night, and we'll pick that back up when we come back. But again, next weekend, December the 14th, Saturday night, doors are going to open up at 6. Bell time is going to be at 7 o'clock for NWA WLW's Christmas Bash 2024. Couple of matches on the docket already. Bring in canned goods. You'll be able to get a raffle ticket for a smart TV that will be given away that evening. Get your tickets now, because if you wait until the day of, you might very well get sent away at the door there, Superfan. I know you got your tickets already.
Oh, yeah. Got my tickets. I'm ready for it.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got about...
I see what you're doing, and no.
CT's over here directing. He's directing. The Superfan Nematoid. Nelly.
But I like that one.
Trying to get some bumper music for when we come back. And I don't know which one it is. I'll find out after we go off here in just a few moments. But... that was an emphatic no over here from the one and only CT Harrison. Hey, we're going to the top of the hour, and we'll see y'all back here in just a little bit.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Jack Callahan. Islamist rebels has toppled Syria's President Bashar al-Assad, who has fled the country as rebel insurgents take control of the capital.
Insurgents conducting a lightning offensive, claiming to have liberated the capital city of Damascus. Earlier Saturday, residents reporting intense gunfire in that city's center.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty. Rebel forces have declared a curfew in Damascus until morning. Israel has taken control of a buffer zone in the Golan Heights at its border with Syria. History made today in Paris. Mass celebrated at the Notre Dame Cathedral following that massive 5-year restoration effort from the fire that nearly destroyed the cathedral back in 2019. America's listening to Fox News.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
I'm Jerry Willis, and this is the Fox Business Report. The major averages ending mixed while the Nasdaq and S&P 500 notch new record closes as investors increase bets that the Fed will slash interest rates this month following a robust November jobs report. Job growth surging during the month, but a rise in the unemployment rate to 4.2% signaled an easing labor market, which should allow room for the Fed to cut interest rates this month. And the price of Bitcoin surged again, topping $101,000 as a post-election rally in the world's biggest crypto continues. The Dow falling 123 points, the Nasdaq up 159, S&P 500 up 15. Shares of United Health Group falling over 5% and weighing on the Dow. The fatal shooting of Brian Thompson, CEO of the company's insurance unit, has been pressuring its shares as well as other managed care stocks. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Saturday, December 14th, get ready for the biggest night of the year in Troy, Missouri. It's the NWA World League Wrestling live event at the legendary Harley Race Wrestling Arena. The stars of NWA WLW will take to the ring for a night of action-packed professional wrestling. Watch your favorite wrestlers battle it out in matchups you don't want to miss out on. But that's not all. This year, we're also celebrating the season of giving with our 9th annual food drive. Bring non-perishable food donations and help us make a difference in our community and get your chance to win a free smart TV. It's an evening of high-flying action, thrilling moments, and a chance to give back to those who need it most. So mark your calendars. Saturday, December 14th at the Harley Race Wrestling Arena in Troy. Doors open at 6 o'clock p.m. and the action starts at 7 o'clock. Don't miss out. Tickets are on sale now at www.harleyrace.com. World League Wrestling live on Saturday, December 14th. See you there.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In the NFL, Pittsburgh Steelers receiver George Pickens is inactive today against the Cleveland Browns due to a hamstring injury. Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Bucky Irving is active against the Raiders. Raiders running back Alexander Mattison is inactive. New York Giants receiver Malik Nabers is active for their game against the New Orleans Saints. New York Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner is inactive today against the Miami Dolphins. The first ever 12-team college football playoff bracket will be revealed at the top of the hour. Yahoo Sports reported this morning that Purdue is targeting UNLV's Barry Odom as its next head coach. In the NBA on Saturday night, Nikola Jokic scored a career-high 56 points, but Denver still lost at Washington 122-113 as the Wizards broke a 16-game losing streak.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 44 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-50s. Overcast clouds likely. Temperatures in the lower 40s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 56. In Wentzville it's 56 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And of course, that music right there from the one and only the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, the Hitman.
I don't know about that anymore.
I don't either. I'll give him his flowers, but I don't know about ever will be anymore.
Yeah.
True. There's a lot of them that can lay claim to that now. Real quick before we get going, another, again, programming note. About 24 minutes or so from now, we will go to pregame for the Chiefs, for the Mizzou College basketball, as they take on the number one team in the country, Kansas Jayhawks.
Yay!
Lots of fun there. They'll have that tip off at noon. And a comment that was been put in on the Facebook. This guy throws me off. That's not cool.
Hold back the excitement there.
Yay! College ball, yay!
A comment from Sherry Harley in the Facebook. Mama Bear herself. Fans can also buy additional raffle tickets, $2 each or 6 for $10 at the Christmas Bash.
Oh, now she's scalping tickets
at the merchandise desk during
Mama Bear's scalping tickets now
during the evening to win that that smart TV. And of course those canned goods that are coming in gonna go to Bread for Life Food Pantry. So much needed help that's needed for those guys to feed the community during this quote unquote time of need, right? So can't wait for that. That's going to be such an awesome event next week. Last event of the year for World League Wrestling.
I'm going to turn her in for scalping tickets unless she promises me an extra hug.
Oh, getting the kickbacks.
Yeah.
Getting the kickbacks.
Yeah.
You know, something that I know is on the docket. I can't remember right now off the top of my head what the date is. We'll find out. We'll get that information out. But in February of 2025.
On my birthday.
On your birthday.
On my birthday.
Okay, that's a good birthday present right there. We get to go back to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
You betcha.
The first time we were there, it was loud. It was loud. Then the second time last year when we went, it was like 4 times as loud as it was the first time we went. Both times, of course, you couldn't hear yourself think. It was so loud up in there. And those soldiers, they bring it. They bring it. So be on the lookout for that. You know, anytime that you get the chance to go see World League Wrestling, go. But especially at venues like Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. So with that being said, let's jump back in to NXT Deadline from last night. Trick Williams going up against Ridge Holland.
Ridge Holland, yep.
Ridge Holland for the NXT Championship. Did you think that Ridge was going to win this one, Tim?
No, I really didn't. But it was some tight spots that they pulled off there that I was just like, wow. Don't know if they should really bring that back, but I was impressed. Ridge looks good. He's actually looks like he's trimmed down and lost some weight and added muscle on top of that, which is weird. How can you trim down but add muscle? You know, he looks like a beast in there, and he's moving so much better in his matches.
Yeah.
But
he looks different in NXT than he was with the Brute Brothers,
right?
With Sheamus and Butch. I hated that. I hated it when they were calling him Butch.
That was a Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah, it sure was. It was one. I think that might have been one of the last few things that he got away with. But yeah, he's looked so much better going to NXT than he was on SmackDown.
Yeah, and honestly, I think you keep him in the main title picture. Because I was even thinking, because at that point we knew Obafemi was the number one contender. And I was already thinking, how would this play out, Obafemi versus Ridge Holland? 2 beasts.
Yeah.
That'd be a good match. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
But that sets up New Year's Evil on January the 7th between Trick Williams and Obafemi for that NXT championship, and I'm going to make the prediction right here, right now. Obafemi gets the NXT championship. He gets it away from Trick Williams.
I would agree.
And much deserved, I believe.
One-on-one, no interference. Yes, that happens.
I don't see anybody really interfering.
Who's going to interfere with Obafemi?
Not necessarily Obafemi, but cause a DQ, namely Ethan Page going out there and
or Ridge Holland.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after that Iron Survivor Challenge, they had or I guess you could call it an interview with Ethan Page, and Ethan Page is now to the point where he doesn't know what he's gonna do.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting to see, because he's at a loss right now.
He's at the proverbial crossroads. Does he think about going back to TNA and stirring it up there, or stick with NXT?
Or maybe jumping to the main roster. Maybe that might be the next step for All Ego Ethan Page.
Not yet.
Not yet?
I don't think it's the right time now.
Okay.
There's too many folks on that roster right now that they're not using.
Yeah.
Jumping anybody up there, I think, is a mistake.
Well, I mean, that is a problem you get into when your roster, and this is for all of them, really, all of your different mainstream organizations. When your roster gets so big, I get, and I.
It's one of my main problems with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's the same people every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're hot, then he keeps putting you on there. Then he burns you out, or you get injured.
True. Very true. Last night's women's Iron Survivor Challenge match, though, how good was that?
That was an incredible match. I love the storyline. The whole thing started out, everybody going for submissions. Submission after submission after submission. And different lockups, and one girl pulling one off and putting a submission on, and then the other trying something different and pulling them. It was incredible.
I will say that between all of the big organizations, now I do like AEW's women's division as a whole. Do they use them correctly? No. But they have a really good stacked roster. The main roster of both Raw and SmackDown, I think they've got a really good roster of women. But this NXT women's roster, holy smokes. I mean, Julia, Sol Ruca, Stephanie Vaquer now, Zarya, Ren Sinclair, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. The list goes on and on and on and on. And they're all just as good as the next one.
Yeah.
It makes for great matches.
I could, and almost would like to see a NXT just women's event.
That would be interesting. That would be really, really cool. So in that Iron Survivor Challenge for the women last night, and of course the winner becoming the number one contender to Roxanne Perez's NXT championship, we had Julia, Sol Ruca, Zarya, Stephanie Vaquer, Ren Sinclair, and at the end of it, they all again had one pin. I thought Zarya was going to pull it off there at the very last moment when she had Ren Sinclair and did that move to her, but then here comes in Julia and just snatches that win up with that finishing move she calls the Arrivederci. Whew, it's going to be the how do you say it?
I don't know.
Arrivederci. Arrivederci? How do you say it?
Arrivederci.
Okay, there you go. I don't speak Italian, okay? I'm just going to say it the way I say it. If it's wrong, it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's okay, CT.
No, it's
Arrivederci.
No, it's not okay.
I'm gonna get Kareem on the phone.
He'll tell you the same thing.
And he'll tell me,
Especially because I'll buy him a cheeseburger. I'll promise him a cheeseburger.
I'll buy
first.
barbecue.
He'll take the cheeseburger.
Oh, I tell you what, he'll go with the barbecue.
He'll eat anything American.
He will. He will. We got to get him on.
He's the most American Italian I've ever seen in my life.
And, of course, we're talking about Kareem Brigante. Look him up if you've not seen him, because I tell you what, that's one heck of a talent.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. But Julia, she picks up that win in the last moments of the Iron Survivor Challenge, and New Year's Eve she will face Roxanne Perez for the Women's NXT Championship. And again, I'm going to go on the limb. I think Julia picks up that win against Roxanne Perez and becomes the new women's champion.
I just think it
go after that tag team championship, because right now,
because there's not enough girls already.
Well, you've got Jade Cargill, who's now indefinitely out because of injuries.
Yeah.
Who are you going to put the tag team championship?
Speaking of that, who did it?
You know what? That's a good question. Who did it?
Bianca Belair.
You think Bianca Belair took out?
I think it was Bianca also.
Wow. The both of you are on the same page.
Yeah, I think it was Bianca.
Okay.
I'm going to find the person who did it. Now you're just accusing everybody you see.
Because, see, I was thinking maybe it might have been Bayley so she could get herself into that War Games match.
Nope.
Okay.
I still think eventually they're setting up the rivalry between those two.
But if she's out indefinitely, sooner or later you've got to have another tournament, whatever you're going to do for those women's tag team championships. So, and there goes my screen being all worktified on over here. Now I can't see nothing. Thanks a lot, whoever's doing that.
Doing what?
Look, see?
What does that have to do with it?
Hey, you know what? I got to keep an eye on the time and watch the stuff and all that kind of thing, But hey, I'm giving him stuff. Okay?
Oh, you're talking about John. Okay.
Well, I was going to out him like that, but okay.
I will. I don't care. I don't care. What's he going to do? Fire me?
He's always got to do this when I'm doing a show.
What's he going to do? Fire me? You can't fire me, John. I don't work here.
But I think Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez would be really good women's tag team champions.
No, I agree.
Because really, what team do you have on the main roster outside of Chelsea Green, who I think is going to pick up that U.S. Women's Championship? But outside of her and Piper Niven,
yeah, you don't have.
What teams do you have?
Well, you kind of have Damage Control. You kind of, but it's not like an official.
They haven't really been used all that much.
But then it goes back. What happened to Isla Dawn and?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fire.
Alba Fire.
Right. What happened to
those? One of the two of them got injured again. Yeah, again. Which comes into mind, there's a lot of risks that are being taken that really are unnecessary risks, but that's the name of the game, though, I guess.
Right.
But outside of even those two teams, you don't really have very much of a tag team division, honestly, in the women's side of things on the main roster.
But that's why the tag team title can be defended between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT on the women's side.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And we've got about 9 minutes left in the show before we go to that crazy pregame show and then tip off between Mizzou and Kansas at noon.
Yay.
I am digging AEW's Continental Classic. Finally on Dynamite.
Something that means something.
And Collision and even Rampage. Yes, things that really make a difference, things that mean something, like you said.
Matches that actually make sense.
And every one of those matches are good matches. I mean, they're very good matches. Even with Commander being put into the Gold League in place of Juice Robinson. And real quick, I feel for Juice Robinson because ever since he's come into the AEW, just injury prone, just left and right.
When you have a promotion that has violence just for the sake of violence, that's what's going to happen.
This is true.
And that's what it is.
This is
You're
very
taking
true.
the extra risks that you shouldn't be taking.
Let's run down these two brackets real quick. In the blue bracket, you've got Kyle Fletcher, who's really starting to pick up the speed.
Yeah, that match against Shelton was incredible on Wednesday.
Awesome.
How can you not have a good match against Shelton Benjamin?
Oh, I know.
Very true.
The way they ended it was, I thought, even better.
Shelton is gold, man, and no pun intended on that. But Shelton is he is, in my opinion, probably one of the most gifted athletes to enter a ring.
Yeah. Well, as of right now, Kyle Fletcher is in the lead. 3 wins in a row, 9 points. He's got, two matches left. Kazuchika Okada, he's 1-1-1. He's got 4 points. Daniel Garcia is also 1-1-1. He's got 4 points. Shelton Benjamin, he's 1-1. He's got 3 points. Mark Briscoe, 1-2. He's got 3 points. And the Beast Mortos. That was an interesting add to the blue, and the fact that I like the Beast Mortos being in the faction, in Gobernables, but I don't know if he really fits in this tournament. But that's maybe that's just me. I don't know
if that character fits in today's wrestling world.
Hey,
but it's a good place to try.
I guess it's no different than PCO's Frankenstein character.
But you put him in there just to see what you're going to do with it. Because look at Daniel Garcia. Last year was in the Classic, and he came on strong, and next thing you know, he's heavily touted for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to do that with the Beast Mortos to see how he steps up and takes it?
Now, in the Gold League of the Continental Classic Tournament, we've got Claudio Castagnoli. He's got 6 points. He's 2-0. Will Ospreay, he's 1-0 right now. He's got 3 points. Brody King, 1-1. Darby Allin, 1-1. Ricochet, 1-1. All of those folks having 3 points apiece. And Commander, who I said took over the spot for Juice Robinson, he's 0-3 at the moment. And he could very well go through, both him and Beast Mortis go through this entire tournament without even picking up a win. But you know what? Those matches that those two have are pretty wild matches, though. And of course, that's to include, those points include last night's collision where Darby Allin beat Commander. Mark Briscoe defeated the TNT champion at the moment, Daniel Garcia, and Kyle Fletcher. What a match that was with Okada. I mean, I think that so far, for me anyway, that's the match of the tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great match, but a lot of them are really good matches. I even really enjoyed Brody King and Claudio.
Yeah.
I mean, those two came in and pounded on each other.
And I'm not a Brody King fan.
Really?
No.
Okay.
But I enjoyed that match.
Yeah.
Now coming up on Winter is Coming, December the 11th, and that particular one is actually coming from Kansas City. It is going to be
Yay, Kansas City.
Will Ospreay versus Claudio Castagnoli. This one I can't wait for. This one I think is going to be a very good match. And then also, of course, we've got your favorite CT, Brody King. He's going to be taking on Ricochet. That should be a quite an interesting match as well.
He should be able to demolish Ricochet.
He should be able to.
Should be. But you know what? Ricochet's got that speed.
He's got that small,
speed.
fast.
You can swat him out of the air like a fly.
And then right now they have it set for next Saturday on the 14th. Okada will be taking on the Beast Mortos. That'll be a win for Okada. And then on the following Wednesday, this should be an interesting match. Will Ospreay will be taking on Darby Allin. So, but for me, Darby Allin is way too much. he's just too much of a risk taker. He is not going to have a very long career.
No, he's going to end up in a hospital, and he's going to end up not being able to walk.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Within the next 2 years, I guarantee you.
You think 2 years?
Oh, he's going to do something stupid.
I can't say it. I disagree with you.
I don't wish it upon him. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying, if he keeps up this kind of stuff, it's going to happen.
Yeah. 3 minutes. We've got 3 minutes left in the show. And in that time frame, your guys' thoughts on anything. Let's go with it. Superfan.
All right.
Quickly.
Did we? Oh, DIY.
DIY.
You know,
love the turn.
I love it. That was way they played it out. I was like, Tommaso Ciampa, former.
I was like, oh man, we're not going to do the Tommaso against Johnny thing again, are we? And then the whole Johnny turn. I was like, okay, I'm on board again. I was like, I don't want to see that again. And that's like Sammy and Kevin.
Right. How many times are you
How many times are we going to go back to that well?
True.
Although that's inevitably going to happen again.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
But Tommaso and Johnny, on the same page as heels, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It'll be interesting.
I love the Blackheart for Tommaso. When he's the Blackheart and little edge to his game and everything.
You know where he got his start, right?
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. Here,
go ahead.
Here in WLW.
That's right. I missed seeing him at the Night of Champions 4, I believe it was. Well, we all missed getting to see him. He was scheduled to come here for that when he had that crazy broken neck situation happen.
And what a terrible replacement we got.
Adam Cole, baby.
That was awesome. I say that to be in jest. That was a great replacement.
Very, very cool.
Thank you to NXT for that.
Absolutely. What else? You got something else you want to talk about real quick in the last minute? CT Harrison.
No, just join us at WLW at Christmas Bash, man.
Absolutely. Get your tickets at HarleyRace.com right now. As soon as we get
not right now. Wait until the show's over.
Until the show's over. Exactly.
Because all that's going to be on is sports, and you don't want to listen to that anyway. So go ahead and go to. John's going to shoot me.
Yeah, he is.
I sent him a picture of his desk and said, "Are you sure this is a Dodd's desk?"
Oof. I'm not going there. I'm not touching it. Nope. Not going to happen.
That's because you have no intestinal fortitude, my friend.
No. I'm not poking the bear on that one. That's just the way that it is.
You can't fire me.
Again, thank you to the both
of you. I don't work here.
For joining us this morning. I do appreciate the both of you.
Yeah, man.
And thank all of you out there for watching and listening here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Join us next week, and we will have more on the world of professional wrestling. Until then, go watch some wrestling.
NASCAR, Blues, Mizzou, and the Chiefs play here. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy.
On the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield. Mizzou basketball is on the air.
This is a special place.
He reversed the alley-oop over his head. Mizzou basketball is brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Center for Human Services. Cheer on Mizzou men's basketball with Center for Human Services, your proud accessibility partner. Visit